Ever wondered why communication with ChatGPT feels like talking with a friend? As this machine interacts with us every day, does it truly understand us, or is it just a facade? Well, let me surprise you. As its models get more sophisticated every day, over 90% of users find its interactions indistinguishable from human conversations, a recent study reveals. And with the recent launch of its more advanced ChatGPT 4o mini model, this may get even higher. But how deep does this mimicry go? Stick around as we unveil the truth behind its thinking. Welcome to our channel, AI Gordon. Here we provide you with expert insights, breakthroughs, and educational updates, making sure you stay up to date with everything AI. Today we'll discuss another topic: how ChatGPT thinks like you and the surprising truth about AI's cognition. Stick around as we take you through this 5-part journey, exploring the evolution of GPT, diving into the science behind language models, and the startling similarities and differences between ChatGPT and human thought processes. Understanding this can help us navigate the future of AI responsibly. To make sense of it all, make sure you stick around until the end. You don't want to miss the bonus chapter. If you find value in this video, hit the subscribe button to get notified when our next video comes out. Now, let's begin. Part 1. Did you know the first attempt at generative artificial intelligence, ELIZA, was created in the 1960s? Developed by Joseph Weizenbaum, it was a pioneering experiment in human-computer interaction. This early chatbot, named after Eliza Doolittle from George Bernard Shaw's play Pygmalion, established the framework for future developments in conversational AI research. Fast forward to today, we have sophisticated models like ChatGPT. Key advancements include the development of neural networks and machine learning algorithms. These have enabled models to mimic human-like interactions more closely than ever before. From managing personal finances to healthcare, AI is now involved in our lives more than ever, thanks to ChatGPT. Part 2. What is ChatGPT? And does it really think? ChatGPT is a generative pre-trained transformer launched by OpenAI a few years ago. It is a type of large language model, which is a prominent framework for generative artificial intelligence. They are a family of neural network models that use the transformer architecture to power applications, as explained by Sam Altman, the founder and CEO of OpenAI. These models are utilized in natural language processing tasks and can generate new human-like content. They're pre-trained on large datasets of unlabeled text, which allows them to understand context and produce coherent responses akin to human thinking. Just as children learn language by being exposed to conversations and gradually understanding how to form sentences, ChatGPT learns from vast amounts of text data. When a child hears "the sky is blue," they learn to associate sky with blue over time. Another way it perfects its craft is by learning through contextual association. For example, when you think of a word like coffee, you might also think of related words like mug, morning, or caffeine. Your brain forms these associations based on past experiences and context. Similarly, it uses the concept of automated responses. Consider, for example, how you might respond to routine questions at work or home. Your replies are often based on learned patterns and expected responses. For instance, if someone says, "How are you?" you might automatically respond, "I'm fine, thanks." GPT uses a similar approach, generating responses based on statistical patterns learned from its training data, predicting the next word in a sequence based on learned patterns. But here's the catch. It's not really understanding what it's saying. It's all about trends in statistics, not real thought. In December 2023, I used ChatGPT to help plan a trip to the countryside. Sounds familiar? It gave me great ideas, but it didn't really know what I liked. It was just guessing based on data. And I am convinced many of you now watching can relate to an experience where the expectations from ChatGPT are so high that you feel disappointed when it cannot figure out little human nuances. For example, in finance, ChatGPT can look at market trends and give trading advice based on patterns in the data, but it doesn't really understand how the market works. To put this in perspective, it can guess how the market will react by looking at how it has behaved in the past during economic downturns. Still, it's possible that it doesn't fully understand how these situations affect people's emotions and mental health. as these effects can be very different depending on the person. Part 3. Human-like patterns but no real thoughts. How do humans in ChatGPT generate responses? ChatGPT uses the psychology of communication to imitate emotional responses, social norms, and conversational cues. Mirror neurons and empathy play a role in this in people. These are just programmed reactions in AI. For example, rather than deterministic responses like humans, ChatGPT generates probabilistic outputs. It samples from a distribution of likely words, resulting in diverse and natural-sounding answers. But it lacks genuine understanding and empathy. Also, ChatGPT looks at the chat as a whole when you type a message. It keeps an internal state that changes based on exchanges, which lets it respond in a way that makes sense in the given situation. Despite the human-like responses, it lacks genuine understanding, hence the need for responsible use. Part 4. Bridging the Gap: Psychology and AI. ChatGPT taps into the psychology of communication by mimicking social norms and emotional responses, among a host of others. In humans, this involves mirror neurons and empathy. In AI, it's just programmed responses. Let's analyze a specific interaction to see these psychological tricks in action. Woebot, an AI-based mental health chatbot, founded by Dr. Alison Darcy, a clinical research psychologist and health tech designer who studied in Dublin, Ireland, uses cognitive behavioral techniques and empathetic language. It adapts its responses based on the user's emotional cues during therapy sessions, providing accessible mental health support, especially for those who may hesitate to seek professional help. This psychological mimicry can be particularly impactful in mental health support, providing comfort and guidance. However, it's essential to remember this is not a substitute for human therapists. So if you or someone you know needs support, consider seeking professional help alongside using tools like Woebot. Part 5. The ethical implications. The blurred line between human and AI interactions raises significant ethical questions for ChatGPT. There's a risk of misleading users and dependency on AI. It's crucial to consider the ethical dilemmas in AI deployment, like ChatGPT, and strive for responsible use. For instance, in financial advice, relying too heavily on it without human oversight could lead to significant losses if a misinterpretation of data occurs. Bonus: the future of AI and human cognition. In the beginning, I promised a bonus. Here you have it. What does the future hold for generative AI and the way ChatGPT currently thinks? We believe that human creativity and AI accuracy will work well together, leading to augmented intelligence. However, machines that can truly think are still a long way off. Significant progress needs to be made before AI can genuinely think for itself. In the future, AI could change personalized healthcare, predictive diagnostics, and financial planning, making these services more accessible and efficient. In conclusion, we've looked at the history of GPT, seen how ChatGPT thinks by mimicking human interaction, and talked about the future and its ethical implications. It is very important to know the difference between emulation and reasoning. If you have enjoyed this video, my question for you is, what skills have you learned today that will future-proof your job against AI? Watch the video shown on the screen to learn about 7 important skills you can master to beat AI job loss. Tell me what you think about this subject in the comments. Don't forget to click the subscribe button to be informed when our next video comes out on Friday at 5 p.m. GMT, 1 p.m. EDT. Until then, bye for now.